Hi, I'm Rich Heffron. This is this week's Delaware State Chamber of Commerce Legislative Minute. Of course, the big news was the merger between Dupont and Dow. What's going to happen? Nobody's really sure. There are all sorts of opinions in the newspaper. And what it'll mean for Delaware, we're still not sure about that. What we do know is if it goes through antitrust, it'll be three separate companies. One, which is the ag company, we're pretty certain will not be in Delaware, probably will be in the Midwest somewhere, Iowa, Michigan, or Chicago. The other two entities, we don't know yet, but hopefully, and I think I'm optimistic, at least one of them will stay located in Delaware. What that means, we're not sure. Obviously, less personnel. It'll have some effect on state revenues, but we're just going to have to wait and see. I know the governor's working hard to convince them to keep at least one of the three, possibly two of the three headquartered here in Delaware, but we're just going to have to wait and see. I know it's a shock to many people, and I know generally the perception was almost depressing for a lot of people, but the fact of the matter is it's been coming for a long time. As we said before, we don't compete against other states. We compete against in the global economy, and we have to accept that and move forward and look for other opportunities for Delaware. On a more positive front, it's been there was an article in the paper last week discussed the revitalization of downtown, led by the Boccinis. They're putting up several apartment buildings. Some have already been leased out along the spine, which will be the Market Street Mall. Anybody who's been down around 4th Street to 2nd Street already knows that revitalization is going on there. It's a positive. It's a little bit of a risk, but we think it's a good risk, and we think hopefully it'll help turn around the downtown area, which, as anybody who's been down there knows, is not what it was 20, 30 years ago. But like I said, if you go down around 4th Street to 2nd Street, that area, it's a vast improvement, and hopefully that will continue. But a lot of credit needs to go to the Boccinis and those who've been working with them. Last week, we had the Speaker of the House and the Majority Leader, Pete Schwarzkopf, the Speaker, Val Longhurst, the Majority Leader, in to speak to our Board of Governors. And we talked a little bit about next year, the revenue loss, and the budget deficit, which could be anywhere from $100 million to $300 million, depending on who you talk to. We talked to them about the plans. I'm not sure anybody really has a plan yet. They're kind of looking at all the possibilities. The fact of the matter is it'll probably go through the spring into maybe May or June before we really know the true picture. But the fact is we're going to have a deficit. We have to answer it. It's got to be some combination of revenue increases and also possibility we got to do some cuts. Government has to become more efficient. We're all in. We like to help in that effort any way we can, but there's going to be a lot of very difficult decisions that need to be made this coming legislative session. The legislative session will open the day after our annual dinner. The annual dinner is on January 11th, the evening of the 11th. The session will begin on the morning and the afternoon of the 12th. The deficit is, as we said, is around $300 million. I don't know if there's any specific plans how to close that gap, but as the Majority Leader and the Speaker told us, they're working on it. It has to be some combination of revenue enhancements, as they call that, whatever they are, and cuts or efficiencies in government. We'll be working hard, working with them and with the governor, trying to get through this year. This is really looks like it possibly a long-term problem. As we've argued before, our revenue structure is not sustainable. So we have to rebuild the revenue structure of the state. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time. Everybody's going to hopefully benefit a little bit in the long run, but we're also going to face a little bit of pain in the beginning of the process, but we're ready to go. On the last positive note, it's the holiday season. We now have a little less than 2 weeks till Christmas. As I urged everybody before, go out and go shopping. Shop in Delaware. Spend your money here. We can lose the tax-free state. And talk to all your friends in Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey. Tell them this is the place to shop. Any money spent here in Delaware is a positive. Anyway, until next week, thank you for watching. This is Rich Heffron.